Well, hello there. Welcome to today's live feed and today's lesson. So welcome to today's lesson. I want to give you a little training on discounting. As you can see, I mentioned something called the discounting death spiral in the title of this video here. And it's something that's easy to get into, especially in certain times of the year. Like if you're like, oh, I should run a special for Black Friday, or I should do this or should do that. You kind of like you feel like you should do a special deal, or more commonly, you think about running a sale or a special when you need some money, right? Oh, revenue's down. Let's how can I pump this up, right? And one of the kind of easy go-to ways to do that is to quickly go just make a special sale out there to try to scoop in some of those guys from beyond the fence who otherwise aren't doing business with you to give them a reason to do that, right? The biggest mistake that you can make with this is to do over discounted, to do too much of a discount. When you give a deep discount, when you give a big discount, like something like 50% off or a $39 whatever visit special or teeth whitening for 15 bucks or whatever like that, when you go these deep discounts, you will absolutely attract more attention and you'll absolutely get more revenue if you've done a decent job of promoting it. Unfortunately, you'll absolutely do a couple other things. You'll absolutely attract all the deal seekers. These are the people who are like the Groupon guys. There's kind of a whole crowd of folks who, if it's free, it's for me, or if it's 50% off, it's for me. They are the guys who almost habitually buy discounted deals. They don't tend to be full price paying people. So if your concept is to bring people in on a super sale and then I'll sell them a full real package or actual things I want to sell them over here, or I'll get them pay me full price, the other thing, it's a lot harder row to hoe to get people to do that because they've come in on such a deal and now they're kind of, if you've gone too much on the discount side, you're attracting people who just don't pay retail. They just don't want to pay the full price. It's their game. Some people have a game in life of never paying full price. They feel like it makes them, they're being dumb if they're paying for something worth getting. Forget what it's worth. That's they just don't pay full price, and that's what you end up pulling in. And it makes it harder. It can if you do it too much, rely on doing that too much, you'll actually kind of rebrand yourself as the cheap discount version of whatever the marketplace is. So if you're a healthcare practice, you want to be the cheap discount dentist in town. Well, running a constant mega deep discounting sale will do that. Now, maybe that's where you want to be. You want to do high volume. You don't care. You don't. More volume through. Some guys are high volume in whatever business you're in, and sometimes they'll do that. You don't mind being the low price leader. Fine. Just know that leads you down to a commodity level because after a while you can deliver less. Someone else comes along with a better discount, and suddenly you're no longer have your position again. And a race to the bottom like that in pricing. Ask any pricing expert, anybody who's been in business for a real long time and done a lot of pricing stuff, they'll know that racing to the bottom on pricing is usually a racing towards oblivion, right? You're going to put yourself out of business. So, what do? Right? Well, here's what you do. If you find yourself wanting to do that little goose and get a little sale going or something like that, you've got to sell a different way. You first of all, you want to start by building value. Now, when you're doing a super deep discounting sale, it's about you. Hey, look what I have for you at this super cheap price. Give me this small amount of money, and you'll get this thing, right? When you start selling based on value, by stacking value, you're actually saying, here's what you get, and here's what else you get, and here's what else what you get, and here's what else you get. So this maybe you'll have a say a new patient special if you have a healthcare practice where you're saying, well, you get the X-rays, and then you get a consultation, and we get this, and a little test for you, right? You get all these different things. You have coffee for you in the office. We have all these things, right? Whatever it is, you're actually stacking values that are for the person, reasons for them to find more value in what you have, right? So that's step one. The second step is you do give them a discount. I just call it give them a deal, not a super big deep discount, but just give them a deal. A deal is just enough off the usual price to give a person an excuse to act now. So you don't want get the difference. A big sale is a deep discount, which makes a compelling case based purely on money and on the economics, right? A deal is you built up all this value and now you're letting them have it right now. If they'll act now, they can get a little bit better price on it. They get a deal on it, right? So they'll have like they got a deal. I remember a mentor of mine once told me, "Hey, even rich people like a deal too. So even people buy like super expensive stuff, they don't mind getting 10% off or getting a little or feeling they're getting something special or extra value for the same money as they would have before. And really, all you're going for is giving that qualified person the reason to act now. Like, do it now because we have this deal. You ever wonder why you see like Macy's, these other things, they have like the President's Day sale? Do you think anybody cares what President's Day is? No, it's like, oh, we need a reason to offer a deal. It's not even a huge discount. So they don't like, they have a few super discount items, but most of the store is at full retail or just a tad below that. So like a President's Day sale is not a huge blowout. It's just a little off the top, but it's a reason to act now. So in your marketing, in your planning of how you're approaching your market, whether you need money right now, I got to get some right or not, go after this, build value, and then give a deal. Don't just go straight for the deep discount because this deep discount can become a habit. It's like a kind of marketing drug. It'll work and then it'll work until it doesn't. And then it leaves you just flat out the discount. The only argument you can make to people, because think of it this way: if you've been the discount guy, you've been super deep discounting, you're the cheap guy in town, right? And then you try to go back and show a value deal, right? People don't believe you because you've now positioned yourself as the super discount guy. So there's a lot more to unpack when it comes to pricing and things like that. So if you have any questions like that, be sure to drop me an email. I'll put it up on the screen here, right there. There's my email address. Send me an email question or put a comment or whatever below. I read them all because I'm just that kind of guy. Anyway, and I will help you with your pricing or whatever marketing or business questions you have. I'm here to help you out. All right. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Take care.